Dr. Ravi Kishore has done master's and doctoral degrees in the Department of Agriculture Extension from Kerala Agriculture University, Trivandrum, one of the southernmost state of the country. And during his PhD, he has worked on the research work entitled Performance Effectiveness of Technology Dissemination System of State Department of Agriculture in Kerala and Andhra Pradesh, a comparative analysis. Immediately after PhD, Dr. Ravi Kishore has started his career as a scientist in the year 2017 in the discipline of agriculture extension at Krishi Vigyan Kendra Farm Science Centers in the India. It has a network of 714 Krishi Vigyan Kendras in the country. He works in the KVK Anandapuram, Andhra Pradesh, state of Tamil, India, under Acharya N.G. Ranga Agriculture University, and completed more than 3 years of service in the current position at KVK Anandapuram. He is a proficient in ICTs, Information Communication Technologies, expert systems, entrepreneurship trainings, and farm innovations, field level extension studies on farmers and problems, and natural resources management, demonstrations on oil seeds and dryland agriculture. As you know, this KVK is one of the frontline extension agencies to take the research and technology assessment and refinement. Today, he talked about impact of farm innovations in technology dissemination service need for commercialization of farm innovation. Yes, please, Dr. Ravi Kishore. Yes, you can start your presentation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear?
Yes, sure. Yeah, you can.
Yes, good evening, good morning, and whatever. Hello to all. I'm Dr. M. Ravi Kishore, working as a scientist under Acharya N.G. Ranga Agricultural University. Today, I'm going to talk about the impact of farm innovators in technology dissemination, e-service, need for commercialization of farm innovations. If you see present in India, the adoption rate of farmer innovations and technologies by the farming community is much higher than any other technologies developed by scientific fraternity. The plays a significant role in development of agriculture by adopting location-specific, need-specific farmer innovations. Farmers developed these type of appropriate technologies to ease their work on more practical way. So over the period of time, our Indian farmers have generated so many innovations which are very useful to other farmers. So with this background, I have just conducted a theoretical study on farmer innovations to know the importance of farmer innovations and their need for commercialization in the current scenario of India. So before going to my topic, I just want to water, but there is also only one for and second one, degradation of natural resources. Natural resources are degrading day by day. So farmers are moving up in culture, they are migrating to somewhere. So next one is climate changes. Pollution, climate also changing day by day. So for very facing so many difficult in the so next one is changing demand and consumption patterns. So our day-to-day patterns also changing. After COVID-19, every individual in the world is focused on health aspects and individual diet control and everything. So consumption is also changing, and increasing population pressure is one of the major concerns in agriculture. Population of India is going to be very much high in the future. And another problem, unorganized agriculture credit and insurance. There is unorganized agriculture credit and insurance because when farmers wants to take the crop in the insurance amount will be given back to us after so many years. It will take so much time. It is not a problem. And another major problem is food infrastructure development. As you see, India still in the remote areas of Indian villages, so there is a food infrastructure and inefficient supply chain and marketing strategies. Food supply chains and marketing So
Dr. Ravi Kishore, the video is the problem.
only
And
one lecture.
you can mute video and you can voice. You can.
Yes, one minute. Can I
Yeah, please
start
go
with
ahead,
your-
Ravi Kishore. Yeah.
Sir, please continue without video, sir. You can go ahead with the presentation.
Dr. Ravi Kishore, are you hearing? Dr. Ravi Kishore? Dr. Ravi Kishore, are you there? Dr. Ravi Kishore? Kausik, can you call him?
Sure, sir.
Maybe he is facing the network connectivity issues.
Right, sir.
Yeah. Dr. Ravi Kishore? Mr. Ravi Kishore, are you hearing? Mr. Ravi Kishore? Ravi Kishore? Mr. Ravi Kishore?
Maybe we can log out him and log in again.
Yeah, you can log out now first, then we can take it again inside. Yeah, you can. Kausik, you can remove him and ask him to join.
Okay, sir.
Fine.
Yeah, he's logged out, sir.
Okay. Inform him, no? Just ask him to
Sure.
join. And only video, let him video mute, no?
Okay, sir.
Ravi Kishore, are you there? Dr. Ravi Kishore? Dr. Ravi Kishore?
So we got a message from him saying that kindly extend the deadline. Timeline for 10 more minutes. It's some technical issue, I guess.
No, that's fine,
What?
but he is not responding.
Yes, sir. He's not responding.
Okay, you check Pandurang Tawari is there, you check.
Okay, sir. He's also up there. Let me.
Mr. Ravi Kishore, you put up your video and you talk PowerPoint, you share and talk.
He's having technical issues, sir. So Pandurang came and went. I'll just call him back again, sir.
Okay, okay.
So your screen is visible, sir.
Ravi Kishore, please go ahead with voice only. No need of video, no? You can go ahead. Mr. Ravi Kishore, Dr. Ravi Kishore.
He's using a mobile hotspot, sir, and that's why he's not able to get the best. Yes, sir, it is good to go. Please go ahead with the presentation. I think we're facing a couple of technical issues out there. Mr. Ravikishore, we would like to let you know that we can continue this presentation tomorrow. I think due to the
Mr. Ravi Kishore, we are unable to hear. When you are extension scientist, you should have had the better quality one you should have done. And anyway, we will see tomorrow what best we can do. Already it is time. We thought of having this session up to 8:40 only. And because even another session also we are unable to do. It's already running time. There are 64 participants are there. And anyway, it's fine. Tomorrow, no problem. We heard about 2 presentations, and the remaining we'll hear tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. We'll meet, and we will go with another invited speakers and on something on effective extension and advisory services for promoting livestock entrepreneurship, and from Dr. Mahesh Chandar, and is from Joint Director Extension Education from Indian Council of Agriculture Research, IBRA, and followed by, there are very interesting presentation we'll see at tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And Dr. Ravi Kishore anyway is unable to present, but he is running the PowerPoint. Anyway, maybe 1 or 2 PowerPoints will be there. He is presenting more about farm innovators in India. There are ICR, there are efforts to document and they project farm innovators, and across since 2010, last 1 decade, there are a lot of efforts are happening. National Farm Innovators Meet too, and there are workshops, and there are innovative farmer beats. There are a lot of publications it came, and there they try to recognize the farmer innovators, and they promote these type of innovations, and also they conducted Farm Science Congress in 2020 to put more efforts on how we can take farmers' knowledge or idea to the mainstream system. Over the years, only research or research system gives research information to the farmers, but over the many years of their work, and farmers are generating new information, new ideas, new innovations. But at least last 1 decade, there is apart from Professor Anil Gupta and ICR started recognizing the big way, conducting Farmers Innovators Meet, and that was his presenting. Yeah, can you go next slide? Yeah. And again, there are large number of validation and commercialization things happens in the ICR system, especially in KVK system, whether protecting plant varieties and farmers' rights. And also there are National Research Development Corporation and National Innovation Foundation. They will many years by the efforts of Professor Anil Gupta and Honeybee Networks, they are documenting, they are trying to scale up and across the country. And again, there is a Farm Innovation Promotion Fund from the NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. And there are awards from the ICR national level, Jagajeevan Ram Innovative Farmer Award for innovative farmers. And every year you can see a lot of farmers are getting the awards for their innovative work. And there is ICR also having the Farmer Innovation Funds for 20 and 21 to support these farmers' innovations in big way. And apart from that, there are micro and small medium enterprises from the ministry also. There are a lot of opportunities to take up this type of innovation to next level as an industry, and they can do it in the big way. There are opportunities. And apart from that, we also do in Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. They RKY program, RKY Raptar program, they put some Agri Entrepreneurship Innovation program. There is no any criteria for providing grants to innovation. Only they need to be the innovators, and they can come from farmers, rural youth, or educated IIT, IIM, or agriculture university students. Anybody can come. Engineering students or anybody can come. Those type of programs also taken across the country, 29 centers. It also promotes innovations in big way, and KVKs and others can mobilize the innovators from the rural areas, and they can connect with the incubation innovation centers across the country. Next one, Ravi Kishore, can you go for next one? Kausik, you can move.
I can share the PPT from my side.
Yeah, this the 14th is there. Anyway, Ravi Kishore is unable to share. Ravi Kishore, can you go for second slide?
Oh.
Yeah, next slide. On 15th slide, can you go for next one? Yeah, thank you. And again, there are whenever there are challenges when farm innovators they develop and how to commercialize big way, there is no great supportive system. There is generally things that farmers innovation, only research or innovation come from the research organizations or universities like that. There are lack of support for the farmers from the outside industry or university or farmer research system. But nowadays, large number of KVKs or NGOs, they are promoting in big way. And also farmers, there is no opportunity to select something, research, prioritize and do on for that funding. Other dedicated support is not there. There is economical resource support is not really lacking. For researchers can write the research projects they can get, but those farmers really it is not there. And also farmers, other farmers may not support. Many times it is not proven, it is not commercialized. Many times the innovative farmers may not be accepted by the whole society because they are always odd man out and they will be doing something their own way, but not necessarily the traditional way doing farmers they won't recognize. That is the problem. But recent days, lot of media and digital media coming up and farmers are recognized, that is coming in the big way. And again, to take these innovation to next level, maybe the education level of farmers, maybe there is a hindrance and that need to change. And again, the researcher point of view, if we see the researchers are facing difficulty to practice simple language to communicate the statistical theories and principles with the farmers. And always there is a disconnect between the farmers and research to communication. And they are not familiar with farmers' innovation development process. Farmers are living with the farm and that how to how to go with the farmers, and they are not familiar because many of the students are scientists are studied in the universities. Others they are not given much exposure to the field condition, except raw way they won't get much time to work with the farmers. That's why they won't understand how farmers are developing that innovation development process, how they are following. And and again, there is a conceptual development, participatory innovation is important, but the methodologies, technique, and strategies are not sufficiently developed. This type of participatory innovation, farmers, and even, for example, there is one decade back, there is a participatory varietal development programs are conducted across the country, even Kerala and many other developed countries. And those type of participatory innovation, how we can make, and that's why even extension today we talk, it is not the technology transfer, how to become farmer more innovative and how we can make them to innovative and they can be part of entire development process and we can have the participatory innovation. And another one is recognizing the innovative farmers is not an easy task for the many researchers because they may not understand and it's very difficult. It takes a lot of time because researchers many times their own routine activities they will be going, that one need to be taken up. And prioritization of institutions in scaling up innovations, mostly institutions district level KVKs and Atma, they need to document, they need to communicate to the concerned stakeholders. For example, research institutions and ICAR, SCAU, they need to go for the validation of technologies. And again, the commercialization of technology can come from the private agencies, including today, there are a large number of startups. They can be part of this type of innovation system. And again, agriculture universities can play a greater role. Agriculture universities and developmental organizations like KVKs and departments of agriculture and fisheries, they can play for the dissemination. Not only agriculture universities, other developmental actors can take this type of innovation, they can take to much more wider audience for the application. Yeah. Very quite interesting study about innovation. This was long felt need. Many times farmers are very innovative, their innovations not taken into the formal research system. That's what that Dr. Ravi Kumar's research focus on very important aspect, and how to move forward, how to prioritize is also it is there. What are the actions supposed to be taken by particular institutes, that also clearly indicated. Very good, very interesting finding. Next one, it is from Hama et al. 2017 findings. Next one, please. Can you go for next one, Dr. Ravi Kishore? Can you go for next one? Can you go for next one? Kaushik, can you go for next one? It is 17th slide, it is there.
Actually, he hasn't shared his PPT, sir. So controllers
Okay.
with Mr. Kishore only.
Okay. Okay, then it's a very quite interesting study and it is very much useful. And we hope this whole entire PowerPoint and his presentation, and along with the paper also we can circulate to all the audience, and there are 60 plus participants are there, and Dr. M. Ravi Kishore, thank you very much for your presentation and PowerPoint, and it's quite interesting study, and maybe we understand there is some technical issues, but still, and your PowerPoint will share with all the participants, and we look forward to see all the other participant also. Now somehow next slide is moved, and I can go for it. Capacities required for scaling of farmer innovation as perceived by the farmers. Farmers thought analysis of the institutional requirements and linkages for implementing the innovation is one of the important capacity needed for to take it up, scale up the farmers' innovations that was perceived by the farmers. Second one is comparative analysis of cost associated with innovation. What are the farmers' innovation and other? There is a formal organization, there is innovation coming. What is the cost? Whether it is the less cost we can innovate, farmers' innovation we can adopt, then it will be very good. We need to compare like the farmers told. And again, evaluation of innovations, comparative impact and success, how it is really successful, whether it is only very specific to particular village or particular farmer's land, or it will be applicable to a large number of farmers. That is very important thing. And again, other large number of points like refinement, simplification, and possibilities for achieving economic scale, and analysis of required changes to make the innovation applicable to other parts of the country. That may be very interesting. When we are taking scaling up any technology, it is any innovation, always it need reinvention or adjustments. That how we can do this. The farmers also felt, and we need to analyze the need for demand for the services, and that's very interesting. And what are the strategies for the take it up for farmers innovation the bigger level? There is the first one is the proper documentation, scaling up of the farmers innovations for the with suitable approaches. And second one may be one of the important thing for the ICR institutes and the state agriculture universities for the validation and experiment of innovations. And apart from that, there is a commercialization aspect to income. There is a industries and private sector we can take in. And clearly the IPR should be with the farm innovators so that it is recognized and it is useful for them. And the private sector should be engaged for the commercialization, and also replicate these innovations we can replicate. And we need to have the increased dialogue between the different extension players so that these innovations should be taken to next level. And this needs continuous and government support, dedicated government support to farm innovations. And ICR is doing last 1 decade great work like NAF Honeybee Network, and ICR started conducting large number of workshops and documenting and also supporting them through across the KBK network. And that is continue to do, and a little more resources we need to put for that. The commercialized innovation should be disseminated through social networks, and again DD Kisan channels to popularize the farmers innovation for the better outreach and scale up in the cross, and also it's to create the better market potential. This very interesting strategies. Next one, please. Dr. Ravi Kishore, can you go for next one? I hope almost done. Is there is 19 slides and a lot of strategies are given, and almost 8:55. Dr. Ravi Kishore, still there is some more PowerPoints are there, some more slides are there. Dr. Ravi Kishore. Anyway, that is very interesting question. If you have any questions, you can put in the chat box and we can pass on to Dr. Ravi Kishore, and he will be available tomorrow morning and 11 o'clock. We can discuss with him also. Anybody having any questions? There are 64 attendees are there. Any questions with you? You can type in the chat box. Any questions? Any participants have any questions? You can put in the chat box. Anybody? Any questions? Somebody can enter in the chat box. Any questions on this? A very interesting topic, taking the farmers' innovation to next level, and entire agricultural innovation system or agricultural research and extension national research and extension systems can play greater role in this. And it is a time to recognize this farmers' innovations, because today we talk about more about organic farming or natural way of doing natural farming, and also climate change and other issues are when cropping up. Always we see there are earlier farmers, they adopted for all the climatic vagaries and other things they are doing perfectly, and they have a lot of adjustments with where they live with their own climate or their own weather conditions. They have the agricultural production systems, and they have great innovations. For example, in northeast part of the country, you can see every farmer is an innovator. They have large number of indigenous knowledge, and there is indigenous technologies they developed over the generations. It is not one particular period, and it's come back. Dr. Ravi Kishore put the conclusion: the results of farmers' innovation process are inexpensive, easily accessible, locally appropriate, and already tested in real farm situation. They are therefore more rapidly accepted by other farmers than any other results of farmer research. Easily we can replicate. It is tested, time tested. It is locally available. And though informal trials with ideas from the multiple sources, farmers make technology to fit their own reality and often improve its effectiveness, efficiency, productivity, product profitability, durability and marketability, and palatability and sustainability. That's why, and scientists and other stakeholders, those who are part of working for the agriculture development, they can give real concern or real thought for this type of farmers innovations. And thank you very much. With this, we'll stop here. And Mr. Kaushik.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll stop here. It is about 9 o'clock. And yeah, no business is without risk. What is important is its management by means of your suitable innovation. And any innovation is only as good as its execution. That's why maybe scientists or developmental practitioners or extension professionals, how we can take innovation from the farmers and how we execute, how to scale up, that matters much. Thank you, Dr. Ravi Kishore, for very quite interesting PPTs and a very important topic you are dealt. And unfortunately, maybe the technical issues you are unable to continue, but still we appreciate your enthusiasm. And on behalf of you, I already half of the slides I presented. Thank you very much for opportunity for me to present your research. It is very quite interesting and learning experience.